Shalom, Israel. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, BASHAM, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders who teach and rule well at Great Millstone. And peace and salutations and peace and mercy to the prophets, the hopeful elect, the 144,000, and to the men and women of the 12 lost tribes of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Shalom. Back with another lesson. I'll title this one, Jacob will return to a life of peace. Jacob will return to a life of peace. Call Halal Yamla Abanawa Yahawah BASHAM YAHAWAHSHI. Call Halal Yahawah BASHAM YAHAWAHSHI. And I was just looking at over there, with the whole thing with the 1948ers over there in Israel, against the war going on with Amalek and Elam over there, man. It is the 1948ers, the Israelis, the IDF, they sent that a deadly airstrike into that city, Jenin, if I'm saying it right, Jenin, and they said like 8 Palestinians got killed, but I did a show a couple, maybe like a few weeks ago, I think it was, but Palestine at Hamas and them, they launched 543 rockets into Israel, last month, I think it was, because the IDF, they killed three of those commanders of that Hamas, man, and killed some of their family and their children. So the war is escalating, but they said this airstrike that Israel did, that Amalek, the small hats, the Israelis, the IDF, what they did to Palestine was like one of the deadliest strikes that they did in a couple decades, I think it was. But Amalek they want just small hats in all that land. And then that West Bank, the West Bank is just another it's another part of Israel. So but that's what they want, just all small hats. So but it's war, man. It is war. That place over there, Israel, Jerusalem, but Jerusalem is a people before a place. Jerusalem is a people before a place. You see? Israel, man, the 12 lost tribes of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, that's Israel, man. Israel is a people before a place. The people Israel is the 12 lost tribes of Israel, man. That's Israel. That's Jerusalem, man. You see? So, the Lord told you this, that He's going to bring His people back and put them back in the Holy Land, put them right back in our land, which is Israel, Jerusalem, the city of David. You see? So You know, this is, you know, all the signs are you know, is pointing to war. The Lord's he's gonna sacrifice that place, Israel. That place is gonna be hit with thermonuclear fire, with them ICBMs, right along with here in America. America is going to be totally destroyed. It's going to be burned to the ground through those ICBM nuclear warheads, man. But only thing, the difference between Israel and America is never going to be inhabited ever again. These are the last days of America. Nothing will be dwelling here. No businesses. Nothing. It's going to be one big giant desert. But Israel is going to get burned to the ground, and then the Lord, that Jerusalem, you know, Israel is going to be built back up again, because that's where the kingdom is going to be at, right here on earth, right there in Israel and Jerusalem. You see? So, but that place is defiled. But war, you know, no matter how many peace talks or whatever that's going on, they're not gonna. War is coming. War is coming. Matter of fact, let me just go here. Let me go here. What is this? This is almost over, man. We, you know, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. You know, Israel, man. The 12 lost tribes of Israel. We have been in captivity for almost 1,000 years. We've almost going all the way back to the 1500s, man. We've been in captivity. We're still in captivity, still to this day. We are being ruled over by those that hate you. The Lord told you, Israel have I chose, man. He's chose us. We're his people. But going back to our forefathers with Moses and you know, Aaron and our ancestors and stuff, man, and our foremothers, you know, going off in the wilderness, man, them curses got put on us. But now we're at the end of our curses. The curses are going to go on to Esau, Edom, these so-called white folks, and these other nations. The curses are coming off of us. It's almost time to go home. It's almost time to go home. Back to the land, the holy land of Israel, Jerusalem, Zion, and Israel. We're gonna rule in righteousness, man. We're gonna rule the world in righteousness. Peace, complete peace, peace, safety. Our children ain't finna be getting gunned down and smoked by Esau or any of these other nations. Ain't gonna be no fighting amongst each other. I don't like Ray and Red don't like June, you know, shooting up the block, drive-bys. We ain't finna. All this is coming to an end. Our women twerking on cop cars and, you know, prostituting theyself, renegading. All this is coming to an end, man. Let me get a couple scriptures. Salakia. Let's go to what is that? Yeah, here we go. Joel 3:2. Joel 3:2, and it reads. It says, Salakia, Joel 3:1. Joel 3:1. I says, for behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. See? Yahawaah in Jerusalem. It says, 2. I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, the valley of Shaphat, the valley of judgment. This is what the Lord is doing. This is why you're seeing all these nations gathering and getting their nuclear weapons together. You got Russia and Ukraine, and you got NATO, Russia, you got Iran and Israel, you know, you know, China. You know, you got all these different nations that are they're moving the pieces. The Lord ultimately is doing this. He's moving the pieces right now, gathering the nations for war, because ultimately it's gonna go. He's gathering them over there in the Middle East, man, for war. The Valley of Jehoshaphat, the Valley of Judgment. They're getting ready. This is why you keep seeing, you know, these nuclear parades and stuff like that. They are getting, the Lord is getting this ready, man. This is it. This is it. It says, and will plead with them there for my people. The Lord is about to plead for his people. Who is his people? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Ultimately, the elect out of the 12 lost tribes of Israel. It says, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage. See, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. That's what they've done. You got Amalek and Elam over there fighting and warring, and they've parted the Lord's land, man. You know, it's divided. They didn't cast out his real people. The tribes are not in there right now. Those are not the people over there in that Holy Land, Amalek. That's not the people. They have lied. The lie is exposed. It's completely exposed. Look at all the war and crime and drama and corruption that's going on in the Holy Land right now. If the Lord was there, this would not be going on. Let me go to Isaiah. Let me go to Isaiah. It's almost time to go, baby. It's almost time to go. We don't want to stay here in America. This is not our land. This is not our land, man. You got to deal with all this pollution. You got to deal with all this perversion. You got to deal with all this violence and crime and, you know, scandals. You got to deal with all this. The land of confusion. You might be going into the store to buy some groceries. You might be, the clerk that might be helping you might be it look like a woman, but it's a man. We're tired of this, man. Salakia. Salakia, Hakim. It says, we'll go to Isaiah 1 and 7. It says, Isaiah 1 and 7, it says, your country, see, Israel, it says, your country is desolate. Your cities are burned with fire. Your country is ruined. Because this is what's going on in the Holy Land, man. It's all bombed up and you got war and crime. It says your country, our country, man, Israel, Jerusalem. It says your country is desolate. Your cities are burned with fire. It says your land, strangers devour it. See that? Strangers devour it in your presence. You look on TV, what the fuck do you see going on in Israel? Huh? Your land, strangers devour it in your presence. And it is desolate, as overthrown. It's overthrown by strangers. You see? This is what's going on. They devour it right in your presence. You turn on TV and you see what's going on over there. It's war, crime, corruption. They're tearing that place up. See, it ain't too much more longer of this, man. The writing is all over the wall. Let me go to Jeremiah 30. I got a couple more and I'll close out. Jeremiah 30 and 10, and it reads, it says, therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This is who the promise is to, man. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It says, therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith the Lord, Yahawah BASHAM YAHAWAHSHI. Neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar. The Lord said he's going to save who from afar? His people Israel. Where are we at? Where are we at? We're on the other side of the globe. How can Amalek get saved from afar? They're in the Holy Land already, so they can't be. How are you going to save them from afar? It says, I will save thee from afar. We are on the other side. The good bulk of the tribes are right here in the Americas, man. The southern and northern kingdom. We're right here in the land in the Americas, man. America's on the other side of the globe from Israel. I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. We came over here on slave ships. We've been beat, we've been whipped, we've been burned, we've been murdered, tortured, humiliated. We in captivity. We're still in captivity. You don't own nothing, Jake. You're a slave. You don't dictate policy. You don't control the government. Your money, your face is not on that money, man. You're not at the UN or EU's. You're not there. You're a slave, Jake. I don't care how much money you got, Mayweather or Jordan. You are a slave, Kanye. All of you. You're a slave. We seen what happened when you talk bad to master, they whoop you. And thy seed from the land of their captivity, and Jacob shall return. Jacob shall return. Where? To Israel, to Jerusalem, to the Holy Land. And this is ultimately the elect. The elect out of the 12 lost tribes of Israel is going to return. Overall, Israel, we gonna rule forever, man. Righteousness in the kingdom, man. But the elect, this is for the elect. That's going to be delivered into the kingdom. It says, and Jacob shall return and shall be in rest. See, and shall be in rest. Does it look like they're in rest over there in the land of Israel right now? Does it look like they're in rest in the land in Jerusalem? Huh? Does it look like they're in rest? It says, Jacob shall return and shall be in rest. Is there any rest going on over there in the land of Israel? And be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. Nobody is going to terrorize us. Nobody. You're not gonna lay a finger on Israel, man. On Jake, man, when we get in the land, in the kingdom. None of you nations, you won't even blink an eye at us. And Jacob shall return and shall be in rest and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. You're not going to touch us. You won't lift your finger up at us, man. In the kingdom that's coming. Let me close out with this. Isaiah. I'll close out with this. It says, Isaiah 60 and 18, and it reads, it says, violence shall no more be heard in thy land. Ain't gonna be no more violence. This is it. Violence shall no more be heard in thy land, wasting nor destruction within thy borders, but thou shalt call thy walls salvation, and thy gates praise. See, ain't gonna be no more violence, man. Let me close out with this. This is Isaiah. This is what's gonna happen in the kingdom. This is the kingdom that's coming. It says Isaiah 11 and 6. This is what's going to happen in the kingdom when we get, and the Lord, YAHAWAHSHI, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, and King David, they're going to be present in the kingdom. And this is what the peace is going to be like in the kingdom. It says, Isaiah 11 and 5, it says, the wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid. Is that going on right now? Can you send a leopard and a lion, or a leopard and a wolf to lie down with these kids right now in Israel right now? Do you see that? It says the wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and a little child shall lead them. Shalom.